share my screen and they will confirm if you can see my screen. Can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Done.
Nivelo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome again. Aminata Jawara. It's been so long time also without talking to each other. So on our day 9, we are going to run through our word table. This one, it's where the foundation of the Esperanto also is coming from. That's why I'm going to emphasize on these questions, indications, those. So these we use them as a substantive word where we use to ask question, and also we use to define maybe the type of the question and the type of the answer. So it's also better to know if you want to ask about things, which word are you going to use? If you want to use to ask about individual, which also word are you going to use? If you want to ask about time, if you want to use about quality, a place. So I try to go slow by slow until we finish all the table, and then we'll jump to another topic. So allow me to start by telling you about things. If we want to ask about things, which word are we using? So we need to know also by when we add our questions word and we add O at the end of, it means this is the question we normally use to ask about things. If I say Kio, let me talk about Kio and the TO. These are two which I'm going to explain slow by slow. So Kio means it's a question. We ask question, but here we want to know about things. We cannot use Kio when we are asking about individual. You cannot use Kio when you are asking about time. You cannot use Kio when you want to ask about maybe the location or the way. It's impossible. So we use Kio when we are asking about things. For example, when I say Kio estas tio, Kio estas kio, Kio estas tio. What is that? Tio is that. Kio is a question. Kio estas tio. What is that? So you might also have to respond maybe tio estas taso. Tio estas taso. This is a cup. So you can see tio also, it's a demonstrative. I ask a question, what is that? That is, or this is a cup, or this is a car, this is a house, this is a stone. So it depends to the type of the question which was asked. But the response also here, you can use TO to show that you understand the question which was asked. So I can also use Kio when I want maybe to ask about things the same. The second question is, Kio estas sur la tablo? La tablo is a table. What is on the table? What is on the table? Maybe it's something that you don't know. Tio estas cayero. This is a notebook. This is a notebook. So a demonstrative, it should be far or closer. When I say this, you know that this is Tio. So know that Tio estas cayero. What is that on the table? What is on the table? Something on the table is maybe it's a notebook. Tio estas cayero. I can also ask, Kio estas en via viae oculoi? Kio estas en viaj okuloj. What is on your eyes? Maybe you see something on the eyes and you want to know what is that. It might be maybe a small insect, or it might be something, maybe we don't know, a makeup, but it depends. But someone is asking about things which he saw or he sees on something. I also can ask, kio estis liaj lastaj vortoj? What was the last word? Maybe someone was asking during the meeting and you were upset. You didn't understand maybe the last conclusion, and they want to know what was the last word. Kio estis liaj lastaj vortoj? So you can hear that kio, and when you use kio, it's better also you may use kio, and the following verb, it might be a verb to be, which might be in present or it might be in past. Kio estas. Esti is a verb to be, but you can also add estas because as you know, it's a present continuous tense. So when I say kio estis, this is a past. It's something which is already past. So I'm asking someone who were maybe in the meeting. I want to know what were the last word. I can say kio estis liaj lastaj vortoj. What was the last word? Kion Dion kreis en la sesa tago? Kion Dio kreis en la sesa tago? What God created in 6 days? So here you see kion, I put n because the following word which follows by kion is the verb. We have a verb to create is to create, and to create is an action. That's why we put n on kio. But the meaning remain the same. But which is different here, it's because the verb which I used in my sentence is an action verb. That's why you see I've put it n on kio. So this is kio. I think you might understand on how we can use kio when you are asking a question. I repeat, we use kio when we are targeting on things. We cannot use kio when we want to ask about time, when we want about quantity, quality, way, something like that. We specify that kio. We use kio when we are just targeting on things. And the to is the demonstrative. So when you say to estas taso, this is a capo, a cap. To estas cayero, this is a notebook. Mi pagos al ŝi por ĉi tio ĉi. Tio. I will pay her for this. Maybe someone did something wrong or someone did something good. You want also to rewind, or you want to that person also to repay. So that's mi pagos al ŝi por tio ĉi. But here I'm just taking to. This is this. Chi is something that maybe you can see. Maybe someone destroy your things and you say he will pay for this. This is chi, to. But because you are just putting your finger on that thing, you need to put chi, because chi is something which is closer to you. To chi. You are demonstrating things and you put a finger, he will pay on this. To chi esis donatio. This was a gift. You can see that it's something that you are holding, or maybe you are showing something is closer. To chi estis donatio. This was a gift. You can see chi. If I repeat chi, it's something which is closer to you. To chi estis jam ne simpla pluvo sed pluvego. This was no longer a simple rain, but a heavy downpour. Downpour. It is downpour. You can see that maybe someone was inside, and when he goes out, he found that the rains, it was not even a rain. We can say that it's a huracan, or maybe something that it destroys maybe a lot of houses, or it make a city to be flood like that. So you were saying T-O-Chi, SCCM, ne simpler. This was not simple. Yeah, it was no longer a simple rain, but a heavy downpour. So you can see how I'm using TO. TO is, you use TO when you are showing, you are demonstrating things. But when it's KO is normally a question. But TO is not a question. TO is a demonstration which you use to show something which is closer. Are we together? Great.
Yes.
So let me proceed. Thank you. So let me also proceed with Chio Kainenio. These are two. So Chio is collective. Collective when we want to put things together. For example, when I say Chio esis mesongo, Chio esis mesongo, maybe someone was telling lies and they say all was lies. It was all a lie. Someone was telling, but Chio, you are telling all the things he says was a lie. So as you can see, Chio is common, all. Ne Chio brillanta estas diamanto. Not all that glitters is all diamond. You can see that there is all, which comes all. And you see all, this is Chio. Okay. So not all that glitters is a diamond. So this is knowing that it's not everything which is maybe glitters that it might be very important to you. So ne chio, ne it's a negation, but when I say chio, it's collective. Ne chio utilas, chio brillas. Not all that glitters is useful. So I think you can see all. Shia fratino ene chio estas culpa. Her sister is to blame for everything. There is someone maybe you cannot say, this one. If he was taken by policeman who said, we were away. There is nothing maybe mistaken there. So when you say Chio, Shia fratino, fratino is a sister. Her sister is to blame for everything. Chio. Li faris cione por la dek fingroi de siaj manoj. He did everything with the 10 fingers on his hand. So Chio kai Chione, when you say, we see I put N on Chio, it means the verb which I use here is what? Is an action verb. Li faris. Fari is verb to do. It's an action verb. So when I follow Chio, I need to put N because the verb is action verb. But for the rest, you can see I use the verb to be. That's why I didn't include any accusativo on my word. So I can see here, guys, since you are following me, on Chio is a collective word which we use when we are compiling. So, but you can see that here, Chio, we are remaining in things. We are not we are not going outside our topic. We remain on things. So when you say nenio, nenio is a negation. Nenio, nothing. Nenio instruis min labori. Nothing taught me to work. Nothing is nenio. Nenio armis min contrau malriĉeco. Nothing armed me against poverty. So you can see nenio when you say, I can say, maybe I can ask, Kio nova, nenio, nova, nothing new. Kio nova, nothing new. Nenio nova. Kio nova, nenio nova. When you don't have nothing new, you say nenio nova. And I think today you need this one because I used to ask, because we are not living together in the same campus or in the same city. I will ask you time to time when I interact with you. What news? Kionova. When you have news, you tell me. We bless them those news. But if you don't have, you send a new nova. Nothing new. I think there you, we are together and we understand each other. So when you say chio is collective, when they say nenio, we mean negation. But let's also see EO. EO is indefinite. Right? Is indefinite. So it's something that maybe it is uncountable. It's uncountable. Okay, when you say something you cannot define, is not defined. Something is not defined, is indefined. So when you say EO okazis, something happened. EO, something happened. EO okazis. Nice. Mm-hmm. Mi havas ion por diri al vi, hermano. I have something to tell you, Herman. Mi havas ion. You can see EO, I put N because the verb which was followed, or with the verb which is I use here is the verb to have. That's why I put N. Mi havas ion por diri al vi, hermano. Nur tiu ne eraras, kiu neniam ion faras. Guys, I use some strong sentences, but the main topic is EO. So we can use EO when we are just defining something which is undefinable. So let's see also a small part of the exercise which maybe I use here. Kio estas tio. Kio estas tio. So this one, I put equal, which I want to maybe to give you a meaning. Kiu afero estas tiu afero. Kio estas tio. Kiu afero estas tiu afero. Tio estas speco de meblo. Ĉio restis kiel antaŭe. Kion bonan vi trovis tie? Nenion interesas min trovi. Kio estas tio? What is that? Tio estas speco de meblo. This is a space. This is maybe meblo species. Ĉio restis kiel antaŭe. All remain the same as usual. Kion bonan vi trovis tie? What good you have found here? Nenion interesas min. Nothing interesting me. So you can see how much we can use these table words to make your own sentence and also to find a solution or to respond. So okay, this is about EO. So if you allow me, if you don't have a question, I can move to the second part of our interrogative word. If someone has a question, please, the floor is yours. You can ask, and then I can proceed to respond. Okay, guys? Any question? This is the beauty of Esperanto. You may find that difficulties, but as much as you keep learning, you find that it's very easy and not even difficult. But if you want to make Esperanto very hard, try to not interest in with it. Leave your notebook somewhere and they come back after 2 weeks or 1 week. You will be forgetting everything. And you start by learning as alphabet. There you find that Esperanto is very difficult. But as long as you keep an eye on the class, the class will remain very easy. And I will going now to share with you a YouTube channel where our lesson is being hosted. Because all the lesson is recorded and after they put it on our social media YouTube channel. So let me go on Kiu. Kiu, Tiu. So we use Kiu when you want to ask about individual, idantetso, individual. So this one is not things, is individual. I cannot use kio when I want to ask about individual. I use kiu. Kiu is a tiu. Who is that? Who is that, man? This is a senator. This is maybe a governor. This is maybe someone. This is Miss Travel. This is who. So you can see that Q is a tiu. People have first to know the person. That's why, who is that? I can also use maybe the first demonstrative word, tiu esas mia patro. That is my father. That is my father. Oh, this is my father. Tiu chi. But if I say this, I may use tiu chi. See, if you see chi, I may use this. But if I say that, it's only tiu. This is my father. That is my father. I can say tiu esas mia patro. Who is that? That is my father. Q esas tiu esas mia patro. You see how we can use to ask question and to respond. Very simple and very easy. Q kurajas raidi sur leono. This is also, I know that it is very hard sentence, but we need also to learn. Who dare to ride a lion? I saw a picture of Walima kissing. Maybe he was just he was touching to a lion. Maybe she's the strong person maybe we have in this class who can touch a lion. So Q Kurajas ride su leono. Who dare to ride the lion? Maybe they want to know the person. It might be me, it might be you, it might be someone. The answer, me. Mi riders, mi Kurajas ride su leono. Au any alia name you can use that. Tiuci kiuye povas esti tiuj fremduloj. Who could those strangers be? Fremduloj is stranger. Fremdulo is a stranger. But if you say fremduloj is strangers. So when you see someone stranger, maybe someone who's coming outside, maybe your country, who is not relating to your community, is a stranger. So in Esperanto, we say fremdulo. But if there are many, you can say fremdulo, because there are many. Kiune datone ni havas hodiau. What date do we have today? Kiun datone. Yen esas la pomo, kiune mi trovis. This is the apple I found. Kiune is me, I found. Though, let's go also on tiu, where also we want to demonstrate something. When I say tiu chi patrino varmege, amis sian pli maljunan filinon. This mother loved her older daughter daily. Tiu chi patrino, this mother. Varmege. Varme, it's something we could say cold, but varmege, there is egg which is maybe a sphinx, which shows that it is very, very maybe if you say I love, but there is also another emotion extra. I can mean here extra. When I say varmege, you say that loved her older daughter daily, dearly. It's not daily, dearly. There is dear, but if I say dearly, you can see here that it is very emotionally. So when I say tiuchi patrino, this mother, varmegi amis, it is ami is to love. Amis sian pli, sian. Ha. Pli malyunan. Older. Mal Yuna is young, but if I say Mali Yuna, it is older. Filinon, daughter. Philo is Philo is maybe son, but if you say Filino, is daughter. But here we are only demonstrating using ti uchi. So people who are joining today, I think the better you follow, but I'm not going to ask you a question, but I will going to ask the people who invite you guys to start maybe showing you the previous lessons which we started to see, and also will ask them to give you the link on our YouTube so that you can start on our lesson 1, follow step by step, and then I think you'll be good when you join the class. You'll be also in a good way to maybe to know what we are talking about here. So, kiun el libro e vivolas? Which of the books do you want? Mi volas tiun. I want that one. So you can see here, guys, when we use kiu, we mean individual, identity of something. Let's also see chiu kai neniu. Chiu remain the collective. Now we are talking about collective things, collective on individuals or on identity. So let me see. Chiu invitito venis e la festo. Every guest came to the party. Every guest. Guest is an individual. So again, chiu invitito venis alla festo. Chiu amas ordinara. Chiu amas ordinare. Personon kiu esas simila al li. Everyone usually loves a person who is similar to him. Everyone, when I say everyone, is chiu. Chiu. Al chiu e la infano mi donis por 3 pomoi. I gave each of the children 3 apples. Each. Al chiu. El chiu mia infanoi, Ernesto esas la plej juna. Of all my children, Ernesto is the youngest. El chiui. Neniu we remain that neniu we remain with a negation, you know. It's maybe when we say no one, none, it look like neniu. Mi konas neniun en tiu ĉi urbo. I don't know anyone in this town. Urbo is town. Mi konas koni is the verb to know. Neniu is the negation, but I put it n as accusativo because I have used the verb to know. Hove, nun mi plu havas neniun ĉevalon. Alas, now I have no more horses. You can see that when you say neniu, it depends on the context that you are using, but you can still use neniu when we mean negation. I can say, kiu venas kun mi? Who is coming with me? And the answer might be neniu, no one. Neniu venas, no one come. You can see that it's a short. When I say kiu fartas bone? Kiu fartas bone? Who is doing well? Who is doing well? Neniu fartas bone. No one is doing well. You can hear that, okay? We made short sentence, but with a deep meaning. So when I say EU, this is also indefinite. This is, it's not definite, but is undefined. EU, when I can say maybe it's EU, someone. When you can say something, EU, but someone is EU. Subite li audis ke EU alraidas de la vojo al la domo. Suddenly, he heard someone reading. You see someone. Suddenly, he heard someone reading up from the road to the house. Esis jam ĉirkaŭ vespero, kiam li vekiĝis per tio, ke iu lin skuis. It was already around evening when he was awakened by someone shaking him. So I'm giving you this word so that also when you have time, you can go through and start taking word by word. Because you know that Esperanto is it has a lot of words. So when I can take short sentence, but it doesn't prevent you also to go further and take maybe other new words and you build your own sentences. This is how maybe we can use beyond the class. You make your own research to make reach the class. So here there is a short also sentence exercise here where I can ask, "Que libro essa via?" We are Que libro essa via? What is your book? Which I can use which? Which is your book here? Que essa via? Which is yours? Tio Sesio Shinas Bona. That desk, or maybe it might be a desk, it might be somewhere something which you can use to sit on. This desk look well or look good. Tio Shinas Bona. This looks well. Ciu homo devas pensi mem. This man, that man, has to think himself. So you can have a meaning or take this one and maybe we ask maybe a meaning after later on. But I'm not starting to give a meaning on each word, because if I keep giving a meaning on each word, also I'm not helping you. I want maybe the next lessons which we will be starting, I will be now trying to explain a word in Esperanto, a meaning in a meaning, but we remain in the same language. When I want to say a cat, I will try to describe until this is a cat. Okay. But in case we find that also the word is very difficult, we also include some translation there so that also you know the meaning. But now, this is our second point. After learning the things, now we finish about individual, which is identeco and in Esperanto. Let's also see the word which you can use when we want to ask about time. When you say kiam ni recontigious, when we'll meet, it's a question, because after the end, because when you use kiam, it's a question. I need to put an interrogative symbol. Kiam ni recontigious, when we'll meet. Kiam la kunveno komencos, when the meeting will start. Said, kiam tio okazis, but when did that happen? Kai kiam reiros, and when are you going back? Kai kiam vi reiros? Kiam mi venis al li dormis. When I come to him, he was sleeping. Kiam. You see that? It's a question when we use to ask about time. But tiam remained the demonstration. Mi ĝin vidis 1 minuton, sed mi tiam estis ankoraŭ dormanta. I saw it for a minute, but I was still asleep then. Post la kongreso, mi estos morale pli libera, kaj tiam mi povos plenumi la deziron de la Pariza grupo. Post la kongreso, after the congress, Me estos, estos, you can see estos is in the future. I will be. Morale pli libera, morally free. After the Congress, I will be morally free. Kai tiame mi povos plenumi, and then I will be able to fulfill. Plenumi is to fulfill. Plenumi la desiron de la Parisa grupo, to fulfill the wishes on the Paris group. So you can see here, tiam. So when I say, kiam nia curso comenzos. Kiame nia curso comenzos. When our course will start. Kiame vi naskigis. When were you born? Kiam naskigi. When were you born? Kiame vi naskigis. But when you use tiame, is to demonstrate. Okay. Let me also see chiame kaineniame. Chiame. Chiame, I can say it's look like in English I can say always. So chiam take the meaning as always. Always he is late. Chiam li estas malfrua. Chiam li estas malfrua. Oni diras ke la vero chiam vencas. They say the truth always wins. Li ciam diradis al mi la veron. He always told me the truth. Li ciam diradis al mi la veron. He always told me the truth. Tiu ci grava tago restos por mi ciame memorinda. Tiu ci grava tago restos por mi ciame memorinda. This important day will always be memorable for me. Memory is to remind. But if something is memorable, is memorinda. We'll see ind, as fixe inda maybe in the future, how we can use it. Carai infanoi, dear children. If I say carai amicoi, dear friend. Carai infanoi, estu ciam honestai. Dear children, always be honest. La filino iris, sede ciam murmurante. La filino iris, sede ciam murmurante. The daughter went, but always muttering. Neniam is a negation. Is like never. Neniam is never. When ciam is always, neniam is never. Bona coro neniam farijas fiera. A good heart never becomes proud. Because every times that's hard to keep thinking. Tion chi mi neniam supposes. I never assumed this. La colo de botelo neniam poste povis forgesi tiun solenan momenton. The neck of a bottle never afterward could forget that solemn moment. You say that, but you need to know only neniam is never. Mi neniam voyagis aviadile. I've never traveled by a plane. Aviadilo is a plane, aviadilo. Mi neniam manges kukon. I've never eat chicken. Mi neniam amas. I've never loved. This is never. Mi neniam. Okay. So let's see also iam. Iam I can say one day. It look like a one day. I can say one day. Shainas al mi ke ciu tiun visagion mi iam vidis. It seems that I have seen this face before. Neniu iam gastumis tion supon. No one has ever tasted such a soup. Ŝi estis ja la plej bela knabino kiun li iam vidis. She was indeed the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. Morti iam via devas. You must die something. You must die something. So, morti iam viam. So, iam ni vidos. One day we shall see each other. So there is a lot of words which we can use iam, where we can use chiam, when we can use kiam, neniam. So try also to make sure that also during your lessons or during your research, you make an improvement. Yeah, because now we are not learning alphabet. We are not studying about personal pronouns. We are not studying about term, about how to formulate a sentence. We are now going further and deep, because after this table, I will be sure that my class is able now to ask a question, to make a sentence, and also to make accusativo. This will make also me a proud, and make sure that also we think about maybe what might be next after this one. Remember, we have 3 months. We have given 3 months, and now we are now about to finish the second month. Since the class will be finishing in the middle of November. So try to make sure that we finish as good as possible, but we remain also the quality, because we are going to evaluate you, and after we'll be attacking also on our A2 class, because now we are A1, we'll be having A2, we'll be having B1, we'll be having B2, and the C1 as expert. But we need also you guys to be familiar with Esperanto, and make sure that also you utilize, you get new people. As a classmate, try to communicate in Esperanto. Even if you make a mistake, it's okay. We are learning each other. We are also correcting each other here. That's why I'm asking you, if you want to text me a message, please, you write it in Esperanto. But if you write in English, you are not learning anything. Make a mistake, it's my pleasure to make sure also I give you back the good answer, considering the question which you will be asking. So this is the end of our class today. It's a short lesson, but I say as much as possible, we'll be taking 3 words. So now we see Kio when we ask about things. We see Kiu when we are asking about individual. And now we see Kiam when we are asking about time. So guys, if let me give you a space for questions, and also if you have something to say, it will be a pleasure for me to respond. But I see here we have maybe Alasan. Alasan might be new. Okay, we see Alasan. Are you from the Gambia? Are you from which country? Because it seems that you are new in this class. Can you introduce
Alasan
about?
Alasan is the Educo, Galaxy Educo.
Okay. I've already learned about your accent. You are from the Gambia.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, guys, is there anyone who has a question? And remember, I make an accent. I repeat once again. If you want to know a language, try to have a discipline. The discipline is what? You can say that I want to put in my schedule. Every day, I'm obliging to take maybe 1 hour, and I make sure that I go through my notes, I read, and then maybe I can do also some research in 1 hour. The rest, you can do other things. If you have a free times, take 2 or 3 hours. It's okay. because we spend a lot of time on WhatsApp, maybe on social media, watching a movie. You can watch even a series. But if someone asks you, what have you learned from those series? Nothing. But if you take your time and you learn Esperanto, you will see the future. And they will be asking people who have already utilized Esperanto, they can witness it here. So try to be disciplined and make sure that also you have your timeline. Study, make sure you get new friend, you type a message, you text a message with them, try to make a mistake. It's through those mistakes where you will be getting maybe new word. So my side, I will make sure also I give you all I have. I'm not good in English, but I try my best. That's why you cannot laugh at me, because English is not my language. I'm French-speaking country, but I try to adapt so that I can deliver what I have, I was blessed with. And I know you understand clearly what I'm talking, as long as Esperanto and as long as also I'm sharing the PPT here. So this is also something you can also try to do. Try to look for your surrounding. How many people also want to learn in Esperanto? The few words you have, you can deliver, because when you are delivering, also you are learning. This is also another strategy. But my WhatsApp remains 24 hours opened. Text me, ask me a question, call me. It's okay. I'm free to respond to you guys. So let me stop by here. If there is anyone who has a question, I'm here to respond. But if there is no one who has a question, we can close our class today by here. So let me take maybe 1 minute to respond if there is anyone who has a question.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
In what circumstances do we use chiam, and in what circumstances do we use chiu? Because I can see both of them are collective and representing persons.
Yes. So all of them, they are collective, but they are different. When I say chiam is always. No.
Okay.
Chiam is always. But when I say always, it doesn't mean it's an individual. I can say Amina always plays guitar. It's your habit. Amina chiam guitarist. Or ludas al guitaro. I can say, oh, Amina always sing. Amina chiam cantas. But when I can say chiu is everyone. Chiu is everyone. Chiuye Venus. Everyone will come. Chiuye manjas. Everyone eat. You can see that there is a difference. But when you say neniam is a negation. For example, we say neniam is never. But when you say neniam, neniu is known. Nothing, nenio. So you can see that there is a time where you know this, I want to mean a time. Because always it's a time. So I think you understand. If it's not, we can go through some examples.
I have understood.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Who else has questions? Guys, please ask a question. Okay. So no one has a question. Faith Amina, thank you so much for your question. Najma Hassan, do you have any question? Or Sainabu?
Mina have a demando.
Bonege. Moyosa, excellent. So guys, thank you so much for following me. I think let's meet on Saturday on the same time. So get ready. Also, I'm giving also a challenge. Try to to do a research and they get new words. Impress me, text me in Esperanto by your own words. I'll be very, very happy to see my class improving. But if you keep quiet, I will be saying that my class also is sleeping class and also is not improving. So try to impress me, try to be talkative, text a message. From there, we know that the future will be better for us. Thank you. So have a nice night. Havu bonan nocton gis sabato.
Dankon. Yes.
Dankon.
Dankon.
Dankindem.
Dankon.
Gis. So you should quit. Amina, you said something?
No. Ne.
Okay, bonege. It's okay. So guys, we can leave the meeting so that we allow the record to be complete. Aminata Jawara.
Oh, you forgot to share the YouTube channel.
Okay, I will share with you. After the end of this, I will share the YouTube channel in your group so that you can just join and follow the class. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Amina. Okay, Amina, quit the meeting. Thank you. Bone, Dankon. This is SS Lafino de la Naua Leziono.